Hi guys, what's up, Alex here, and today we're going to be giving you a review of the very crazy British Grand Prix. Now, I'm not going to focus too much on the race, but I'm going to focus on the issues that we've had during this race, because some very crazy things have been happening during this race. But we'll start off with the start. It was a pretty clean start in general, except from Grosjean being squeezed into the side of Webber. We're not actually too sure, I can't actually remember off the top of my head who's on the inside of Grosjean, because Grosjean wasn't given a huge amount of space, and he did hit Mark Webber, which sent Mark Webber wide, lost a bit of his front wing, and that was a disappointing way to start Mark Webber's last race in the Great Britain, well, in Formula 1 at least, and that put him all the way down the order in about 14th position. He, however, was fighting back throughout the race and came back for a decent result. It was a good start, however, for Lewis Hamilton, who was up in the first position for a long time, until Sebastian Vettel came right up behind him, and there was a tyre delamination from Lewis Hamilton, which actually put Sebastian Vettel into the lead, and it wasn't the first time that there was going to be a tyre delamination in this race. A couple of laps later, Felipe Massa and then John-Eric Verne had similar issues, forcing them to pit and put them way down the order. This also caused safety cars and all that sort of stuff, and really did sort of mix up the order a little bit. It meant Sutter was in third for a huge amount of that race, and you know, a bit unlucky for him and the rest at the end of the day not to get better results during, you know, they're both having problems during the race and in qualifying. But guys, what do you think about these tyres? There must be something now that has to be done to these tyres. They can't be staying like this for the rest of the season. We had 3 delaminations during the race alone, and more in qualifying and practice. It's getting a little bit sort of unacceptable to have tyres that burst in the middle of the race. Obviously we want tyres that are pushed to the limit and obviously make the racing a bit spicier and more interesting, but we don't like seeing people having to drop down the field because the tyres let go. At the end of the end of the day, these teams are paying millions and millions, probably even billions of pounds to just even get the cars on the grid, and they don't really appreciate it when the tyres let them down. And yeah, so guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about these tyres? Well, I guess most people are going to agree with me here, saying they're going to have to do something to these tyres. Even though some of the teams might not agree, there's going to have to be something to be done to these tyres. We can't keep having cars go out the race like this. And personally, I'm a Force India fan, and they are not affected by this issue whatsoever. By the looks of it, they can preserve their tyres very well, and I'm sure the Lotus fans will feel the same way. They don't want the tyres changed, but for the safety of the sport, I think that they do need to be changed. And yeah, leave a comment and I'll be sure to read as many as possible. But anyway, the race, well, it was all going a bit plain sailing for Sebastian Vettel after Hamilton's puncture problem, and until there was a couple of laps to go, about 15, 20, something around that sort of marker, and I was like, he's going slowly, isn't he? Going through the last couple of corners, I was like, has he lost power? Because I saw Rosberg coming up behind him very fast, and I was like, he must have lost power or something. And a couple of seconds later, David Croft, Martin Brundle saying, oh, look at that, it's Sebastian Vettel, he's out of the race. And I was like, wow, this is one way to change the championship massively. It also puts Alonso and Raikkonen up positions and closes in the championship battle. So very interesting stuff there, and it actually eventually led on for Nico Rosberg to be leading the race, and with a pit stop really near the end of the race after another safety car for that issue. It was kind of crazy how that all ended up, but it was a great race from Mark Webber, pushing his way back through the field. He ended up getting the fastest lap and ended up in second place. So the top 10: Rosberg, Webber, Alonso, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Massa, Sutil, Ricciardo, De Resta and Hulkenberg, getting a point for Sauber after, I think, the last point they had was back in Malaysia, I think. But yeah, Maldonado once again only 2 seconds off points, or 1.5 seconds off points. Are disappointing for Williams, but they're getting there, and that is good to see. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and leave your opinions on the race down in the comment section. I'll be sure to read them. Yeah, so thanks for watching. It's been Alex, I'm out here.